Welcome to the first video in our series, Excel Interview Questions to Ace Any Interview. In this series, we'll tackle the most commonly asked questions in Excel interviews, giving you the skills and confidence to impress your interviewer. Let's dive in. Let's start with one of the fundamental concepts in Excel, the cell address. A cell address is a unique identifier for a cell within a spreadsheet. It tells us the exact location of the cell based on its row and column. Excel organizes data into rows, which are numbered, and columns, which are labeled alphabetically. The intersection of a row and a column creates a cell. The cell address combines the column letter and the row number. For example, the address B2 refers to the cell located in column B and row 2. You can easily identify a cell's address by clicking on it. The name box located in the top left corner displays the cell address. Here, we clicked on the cell in column B and row 2, so its address is B2. Knowing a cell's address is essential for formulas and references. For instance, if we type the word sales in cell B2, we can use the address B2 in formulas or functions to reference this data. Remember, if you're working with larger data sets, Excel allows you to jump to a specific cell by typing its address directly into the name box and pressing Enter. It's a handy way to navigate your sheets quickly. In Excel, when working with formulas, understanding how cell referencing works is crucial. There are two main types of references, relative referencing and absolute referencing. Let's explore how they differ and when to use each. Relative cell referencing adjusts automatically when a formula is copied to another cell. It's based on the position of the cells relative to where the formula is applied. For example, if you write the formula equals A2 plus B2 in cell C2 and drag it down to C3, the formula changes to equals A3 plus B3. Excel updates the references automatically to reflect their relative positions. Absolute cell referencing, on the other hand, keeps a reference fixed, even when the formula is copied to other cells. This is done by adding a $sign before the column letter and row number. For instance, if you're calculating the tax for different values in column A using the fixed tax rate in B2, you'd use B2 as the reference. This ensures that B2 is always referenced no matter where the formula is copied. As you copy this formula down the column, the reference to B2 stays fixed, while the reference to A2 updates relatively. When working with large data sets in Excel, scrolling can make it hard to keep track of important headers or labels. That's where the Freeze Panes feature comes in. Let's see how it works. Freezing panes allows you to lock specific rows or columns so they remain visible while you scroll through the rest of your worksheet. You can freeze the top row, the first column, or any custom section of your sheet. To keep the top row visible, go to the View tab, click on Freeze Panes and select Freeze Top Row. Now as you scroll down, the headers remain locked in place. Similarly, to lock the first column, select Freeze First Column. This is especially useful when the first column contains identifiers or important labels. If you ever need to remove the frozen sections, just go back to the Freeze Panes menu and select Unfreeze Panes. This restores the default scrolling behavior. If your worksheet contains sensitive or critical data, you may want to restrict others from copying or modifying specific cells. Excel provides built-in features to protect your data. Let's see how you can restrict copying or editing cells in your worksheet. To restrict copying or editing of your worksheet, go to the Review tab and click on Protect Sheet. You can define permissions here. For instance, unchecking Select Locked Cells prevents others from selecting the protected cells, effectively restricting copying. If you only want to restrict copying for certain cells, you can lock specific ones. First, select the cells you want to leave unrestricted. Right-click, go to Format Cells, and under the Protection tab, uncheck Locked. This ensures only these cells are editable. Now, apply protection to the entire worksheet. Go back to the Review tab, click Protect Sheet, and set a password. This password ensures only authorized users can unprotect the sheet. Once the protection is applied, any attempt to copy or modify locked cells will result in an error message. This is how you can restrict access to sensitive data in your Excel sheet. In Excel, formulas and functions are essential for performing calculations, but they are not the same. Understanding the difference between the two is key to mastering Excel. Let's break it down. A formula in Excel is a user-defined calculation. It's an equation written manually by the user to perform mathematical operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, or division. For example, the formula equals A3 plus B3 adds the values in cells A3 and B3. Similarly, you can create formulas for subtraction, multiplication, and division. A function, on the other hand, is a predefined formula built into Excel. Functions perform specific calculations automatically and save time by simplifying complex operations. For instance, the sum function adds a range of cells, while the average function calculates the average of the values in a range. Instead of writing multiple formulas manually, you can use functions to automate these tasks. To summarize, formulas are custom calculations created by the user, like equals A1 plus B1. Functions are built into Excel to simplify calculations like equals sum A1 to A5. In Excel, the order in which a formula is evaluated follows specific rules known as the order of operations. This ensures calculations are performed correctly and consistently. Let's dive into the details. Excel evaluates formulas using the same mathematical order of operations, often remembered by the acronym PEMDAS: parentheses, exponents, multiplication and division, addition and subtraction. Here's how it works, step by step. Parentheses are always evaluated first. They group parts of a formula that should be calculated before anything else. For example, in 10 plus 5 times 2, Excel first calculates 10 plus 5 and then multiplies the result by 2. Next, Excel evaluates exponents. For instance, in equals 2 to the power of 3 plus 5, Excel calculates 2 to the power of 3, which equals 8, and then adds 5. After exponents, Excel performs multiplication and division from left to right. For example, in 10 plus 5 times 2, Excel first calculates 5 times 2, then adds 10 to get 20. Finally, Excel handles addition and subtraction from left to right. In 10 plus 5 minus 3, Excel first adds 10 plus 5, then subtracts 3 to get 12. To summarize, Excel follows the PEMDAS order: parentheses, exponents, multiplication and division, addition and subtraction. Remember this to avoid mistakes in your formulas. Excel provides several counting functions to analyze your data, but each serves a specific purpose. Let's explore the difference between count, COUNTA, and COUNTBLANK with practical examples. The count function is used to count only numeric values in a range of cells. It ignores text, blank cells, and any other data type. In this example, the range A2 to A6 contains 4 numeric values: 10, 20, 40, and 50. The formula equals count A2 to A6 returns 4, as it only counts numbers. The COUNTA function, on the other hand, counts all non-empty cells. This includes numbers, text, and even cells containing formulas, but it ignores completely blank cells. In the same range, A2 to A6, the formula equals count A2 to A6, counts 4 non-empty cells, 10, 20, 40, and 50. The blank cell is ignored. The COUNTBLANK function is used to count only the blank cells in a specified range. It's helpful when you want to identify missing data. In this range, the formula equals count blank A2 to A6 returns 1 because there's only one blank cell. Filters are a powerful way to sort and view specific data in Excel. But did you know there's a quick shortcut to add filters to your table? Let's find out how. The shortcut to quickly add or remove filters to a table in Excel is Ctrl plus Shift plus L. To apply filters, first make sure your dataset has headers, then press Ctrl plus Shift plus L. This instantly adds drop-down arrows to the header row, enabling you to filter each column. Hyperlinks in Excel allow you to link to websites, files, or even specific cells within a workbook. They're a great way to make your data interactive and easy to navigate. Let me show you how to create hyperlinks in Excel. To quickly insert a hyperlink, use the shortcut Ctrl plus K. It's a faster way to access the hyperlink options and link your data effectively. Enter the address and the text to display. If you're working with data like full names, addresses, or combined values, you might want to split a single column into multiple columns. Excel makes this easy with the Text to Columns feature. Let me show you how. First, select the column that you want to split. In this example, we'll use a column containing full names. Next, go to the Data tab and click on Text to Columns. This opens the Convert Text to Columns wizard. In the wizard, select Delimited if your data is separated by a specific character like a comma, tab, or space. For splitting full names, we'll choose Space as the delimiter. Excel shows a preview of how the data will look. Click Finish, and the full names are split into two columns, first name in one column and last name in the other. That's it for the first video of this series. If it has boosted your confidence, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon to catch the next video in the series. Thanks for watching.